Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Leigh Fuge, and in this video today we're going to be talking about the brand new Sirens Scream distortion pedal from Tate FX. The Sirens Scream is brand new. This is the latest offering from Stuart Tate at Tate FX, and this is a hugely versatile distortion pedal. I've already covered a couple of Stuart's pedals on the channel already, including a germanium fuzz called Raise the Dead, and my favorite tube screamer type overdrive, the Antares. So please go check those videos out as well. But this today is a brand new one. It's a distortion pedal, and this is a lot of fun. So the Sirens Scream is loosely based on that sort of rat kind of distortion idea, except it's got a 3-position clipping switch, and this is where the magic of this pedal really happens. So when the switch is all the way in the left position, you get a silicon style clipping. This is sort of super compressed, very warm, very kind of bass heavy, sort of like a silicon fuzz. In the middle position, there is no clipping diodes, so you just get this really loud, really open, sort of like a heavy overdrive kind of vibe. And in the right position, it's LED clipping, which is super high gain, super punchy, super cutting. You've got 3 simple controls: gain, volume, and tone. Top-mounted jacks, and like all the Tate stuff, this is built by hand to order. Super high-quality components are inside, and it sounds amazing. Even though it's technically a distortion, you can get all sorts of mid-humped kind of low gain tones right through to some fuzz-like tones when you push the pedal, especially on the silicon clipping mode. It's really cool because there's a lot of overtones in this as well. It's very responsive to rolling the volume down on the guitar, and you can get these weird kind of ring modulation-ish kind of things where you get these discordant notes when you play 2 notes at once. It's really cool, and there's so many interesting tones and textures inside of this pedal. Just, you know, considering it's got 3 knobs and 3-position switch, you can do a lot with this thing. It also runs off a standard center negative 9-volt DC adapter, and it's not power hungry at all. It only actually needs 10 milliamps of power, so even if you've got quite a big pedal board, incorporating this thing into the rig is not going to be that much of a power hog. Right, so let's plug this thing in and get some tones. The guitar I'm going to be using in this video is my Vola Oz ROA in this amazing eye-catching DSE color, which is plugged into the Blackstar Studio 10 6L6 that you can see behind me over there. The amp is mic'd up with the Lewitt Audio LCT 440 condenser microphone. I'm running the amp completely clean. All the drive tones are coming from the Tate FX Sirens Scream. So let's start dialing this thing in. So I'm going to start with the silicon clipping mode. The silicon clipping mode is a lot quieter than no clipping diodes and LED clipping. So as a result, we're going to keep the volume a little bit higher. On the silicon mode, I'm going to keep the volume at about halfway. And on the LED and the no diode mode, I'm going to keep it on about 1/4 of the way up. It does get a lot louder on those modes. So we'll start with the gain and the tone at halfway. So on the silicon mode, we do get all that kind of compression and fuzziness. As I push the gain, we're going to sort of verge into some more silicon fuzz-like territories rather than distortion. So you can instantly hear those kind of fuzzy overtones creeping in. Now let's turn the tone up to about 3/4 of the way, get a bit more of a bright sort of snappy fuzz. Really cool fuzzy tones there. If we turn the tone control all the way down, we're going to get the same sort of vibe but a lot woollier. So let's go now to the no clipping. So there's no clipping diodes at all here. I'm going to put the gain and the tone control back to the mid position, but I'm going to turn the volume down now to 1/4 of the way up because, like I said, this gets a lot louder. Bump that gain up now to 3/4 of the way. I'll bring the tone back just a little bit. It's a little bit too bright for my taste. So that kind of is like a throaty, punchy overdrive. Now let's push the gain all the way up. I'll bring the tone control all the way up as well, just for fun, so you can hear the range of what the tone pot does. So with no clipping diodes, you don't really get a ton of gain even with the gain on full, but that's cool because this works really well as a boost. That would work great into a driven kind of Marshall-y sort of amp. If you had like a Plexi style amp that was just on the verge of breakup and you used the no clipping diodes setting on the Sirens Scream, you really hit the front end of the amp and get some cool saturation. You get a lot to play with the tone control because you can get it quite dark or quite bright. So that's pretty useful, I think. I really like that mode with the tone control quite low because I like that kind of mid-heavy low gain overdrive sound. I'm not too fussed on the overly bright sounds. I don't personally use those too much myself, but they're definitely useful for someone who wants that real attack and real cut in their tone. So let's look at the LED clipping mode now. So I'm going to reset the gain and the tone. So the LED clipping mode is quite a harsh kind of aggressive clipping, so we should get a lot more gain out of this mode. So even with the gain on halfway, there's definitely a lot more to come here. So let's go 3/4 of the way up and take the tone down a touch. Now maximum gain on the LED clipping mode. I'm going to push the tone up now to just below 3/4 of the way up. So it's super versatile, even with the gain on full. There's a ton of gain there, but it's not muddy, it's not kind of unusable. Now let's see what the LED clipping mode sounds like with the gain quite low, so like just under 1/4 of the way up. There's a lot of bite and a lot of attack there. Very cool sounds. Now, I said earlier on in the video, there's a lot of cool overtones in this thing as well. I found a lot of overtones on the silicon clipping mode with the gain up full. So let's get the volume back up there, the tone to about halfway. Where I found a lot of these overtones was on the neck pickup. So I'm going to my neck single coil now, and I'm going to roll my volume back to about 5. So there you go guys, that is the brand new distortion pedal from Tate FX. That is the Sirens Scream. Like I said, this is a rat kind of distortion, but Stuart's made a lot of his own tweaks there, and he's really gone to town. It's everything from a low gain, kind of bright, open sounding overdrive, right up to a sort of heavy distortion sound, right up to a crazy silicon fuzz loaded with overtones. So really, it's sort of a one-stop shop for gain pedals. If you're looking for a multitude of gain sounds, but you don't want to sort of fill a lot of gaps in your pedal board, as long as you don't mind tweaking between songs, the Sirens Scream is a really good option for that. Or if you just want one of those tones done really well, again, it's all there in one case. Big thank you to Stuart for sending me this pedal to try out and use in this video. I'm loving the tones I'm getting from it. It's a lot of fun. I don't normally lean towards distortion pedals. I'm more of an overdrive guy myself, but there's a lot of really inspiring tones in that. And I think this would be really cool to sort of try and stack with a couple of different drive pedals. I'd probably use this more in a fuzz kind of context. So that silicon clipping stage for me is amazing. I love the way it kind of compresses in on itself. I'd love to hear that with a bunch of different overdrives, especially some of the ones that Stuart's built me, like the Antares. That's a brilliant overdrive if anyone's looking for a cool TS10 style overdrive as well. I think that would pair pretty well with this. So yeah, I'm looking forward to a lot more experimentation with this pedal. It's great, it's brand new, it's out now. So please go and check out the Sirens Scream over on Stuart's website. The link is down below to the Tate FX website. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, please let me know down below in those comments what you thought of the brand new Sirens Scream from Tate FX. Let me know if you guys are thinking about picking one of these things up, because they are fantastic. And while you're down there leaving a comment, don't forget to hit that like button and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already done so, because you guys doing that really helps me to keep on growing this channel. Like I said, get involved in the comment section. Let me know what you thought of the pedal. Let me know your opinions on the sounds and if you're going to pick one up yourself. I love hearing from you guys, and I love hearing what you think of the tones in the videos. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you very soon.